My name is Amy. I'm the Transitional Support Worker at the Children's Link Society in Calgary. Today we're going to be discussing a little bit about the transition process. And we're speaking about transitions today. We're talking about youth with disabilities transitioning from children's services to adult services. Transitional support services at the Children's Link came about from parents voicing that they need support throughout this process. The transition from children's services to adult services for a youth with disabilities can often present significant barriers and challenges. It's often a time of excitement, yet can also present some feelings of being a little unsure of what the process and the steps may look like in the transition. So that's how transitional supports came about. Transitional support services look very different for different individuals in the community, depending on the types of services they're requiring. Basically, transitional support services supports families, caregivers, and individuals in transitioning from children's services to adult services. We often talk about timelines and what that might look like for the family. We often talk about the types of services that they have now from the community and what that might look like for their son or daughter as an adult. We also talk about a lot of the ambitions and dreams that the individual has in order to connect them and have them be successful as an individual in the community. Oftentimes we begin the transition by talking about the main four aspects in transition, which is accessing funding, which is AISH and PDD. AISH is Assured Income for the Severely Handicapped, and PDD is Persons with Developmental Disabilities. We also present questions around guardianship and trusteeship, and our goal really is to provide the information for the parents and provide them with the choices through the transition in order for this particular transition to be as smooth as possible for the family. Transitional support services at the Children's Link also provides information on associations, agencies in the community that provide support and services for adults with disabilities. We have our transition grid, which really provides a lot of information for parents in one convenient spot. They can find the information that they're needing and link onto the individual website to gather more information in order for families to make an informed choice for their youth with disabilities. The transition manual is also very valuable for parents and caregivers, and that is an ongoing workbook type document where you can think of your timelines and think of some of the preparatory tasks that need to be done in order to make the transition as successful as possible.